Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Terrapins will kick off first, and here we go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Going to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Williams got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Great timing there in the curl route by the QB. Gets it out early, and against zone coverage, because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the first down.
The Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They're dealing with a second and long. Got maybe a yard. Third down and 9 coming.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a third and long. Making side adjustments here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
Sets up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Complete to Williams over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
And they talked about it coming into this game, guys. They were going to be aggressive. They had an opportunity. Could have kicked the field goal? Absolutely not. Hammer down, they stay aggressive, and they strike first in this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air, it's Washington. Got his man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Running inside, it's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Going for the big play. Snatches it on the right. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Off play action. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
First and 10 for the offense. Taylor wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Taylor wants to throw it. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Mississippi State looking for the fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got a man, it's Fleming. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Bringing the heat. He's got it on the move. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And I know, having talked to the quarterback before the game on the field, he was telling me, if I can just get this guy the ball, good things can happen. I think you saw it right there. Nice route, nice catch, but really good job after the catch, too. He was smelling the end zone, wanted to get in so bad, just gets knocked out of bounds.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point took only 6 plays, and they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught by Williams on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Finds his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Taylor wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Trying to make magic with his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That is such a great play by that defender.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Wolverines, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Washington. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Hands it off. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. The give to the left side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
1st down and goal. I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. They've got the screen set up. He didn't make it. He's down at the 32, and that'll be 3 yards short of the line to gain and bring up 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. But he's got room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st. Williams open on the right side. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Play, and he's got a 1st down. The Terrapins are flying down the field. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. It's a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you for it.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Punt is in the air. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. Caught by Williams on the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking to pass. It's Washington. Going long. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
And after the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, this offense faces third down. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. And they got it.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. To the air, it's Washington. Caught by Williams on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Zings it complete to the right. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Under fire. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And that's a really good example of making the first thing first. What I mean is, you worry about milking the clock? No. How about taking care of the ball?
No doubt. In this 2-minute situation, right, with the game on the line, all security has just got to be at a premium, and it's mistakes like that that cost you games.
The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Taylor wants to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Punt is on its way. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush is on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
And that last incompletion leaves this offense facing a third down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. It's first down from the 37-yard line. The option, he'll keep it.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The inside handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Terps will use their last timeout. They can't stop it again. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. I think you got to try to win it here. Don't run the risk of going to overtime. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big fourth down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it along the sideline. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.